What's good, y'all? It's your boy Donnie, aka Wrestling Guy Undisputed, back with another video. And today we'll be talking about the Royal Rumble event and Monday Night Raw last night. I'm gonna start off with the Royal Rumble. We got Liv Morgan and Roman Reigns as our 2026 Royal Rumble winners. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got some people saying the Women's Rumble was better than the Men's Rumble, and everybody got their own opinions and whatever. I think both Rumbles were pretty solid, if you ask me. Now, the Men's Rumble, it was better last year than the one this year, but it wasn't trash by any means. Now, was there some questionable booking? Of course there was, but I don't think it was ass or nothing like that. Nothing too disappointing in my opinion. Was it predictable? Yes, but predictability doesn't always mean it's bad, bro. That's not the case at all. You feel me? But yeah, the Women's Rumble was pretty good this year. It did have a little rough start, but towards the end, it got a little better. It was damn near a 5-star Rumble, but I would have gave it 5 stars if Bianca came out, but she did not, and we're still missing Bianca Belair. So yeah, sad times, bro, sad times. But as for the Men's Rumble, it was pretty good. It was pretty solid. It just didn't go to that third gear as most Men Rumbles do. Like the 2024 Rumble was pretty good. Hell, last year's Rumble was pretty good, and I didn't mind Jay winning, you know? But yeah, man, that's just how I feel about both Rumbles. Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre for the title was pretty good, and that was another match. Like, it felt like a SmackDown Raw main event. Nothing too bad, and plus it's like the same match. Like, these guys, like, it's nothing to knock on against the guys, but it's just like, it felt like a SmackDown or a Raw main event. That's what it felt like to me, in my opinion. And then you had AJ Styles versus Gunther. That was match of the night. In my honest opinion, it was a very good match. AJ tried his best to make Gunther look like a killer. And yeah, it was a very good match. AJ and Gunther, that was a great match, actually. But yeah, overall, Royal Rumble 2026 was nothing too crazy. It was a good show. The crowd was amazing. It made every match, to be honest. But yeah, man, Royal Rumble 26, it was pretty good. Hopefully, like, we're on the road to WrestleMania. Hopefully we don't get too many like crazy shit like we did last year and just a directionless BS, you know. Moving on to Raw last night, we had Braun Breaker start off the show. He was pretty pissed about the Royal Rumble because he got eliminated first, which did happen. With Braun Breaker getting eliminated first in the Rumble, he was wreaking havoc at ringside. Like, he was just crashing out. And then Adam Pearce was like, look, just be lucky that I'm letting you keep your job, even though you had a piss poor performance in the Rumble. Like, bro was just rage baiting him. He was asking for an ass whooping. Adam Pearce was asking for an ass whooping. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, it was pretty absurd. You had Braun Breaker starting shit on Raw. Like, even people from the division was telling him to calm down. And Adam Pearce, once again, rage baiting, gaslighting him in the worst way possible. He was just like, last time we saw the Masked Man, it was Austin Theory. So maybe it was Austin Theory. Like, man was just out here talking crazy in front of a bunch of security guards, mind you. And yeah, man, it was just crazy. It was just, yeah, crazy stuff here. Also, speaking of the Royal Rumble, there's one thing I do want to mention about the Royal Rumble. Like, we had people online complaining about Brock Lesnar getting eliminated randomly, like during Jey Uso's Yeet entrance. Bro, fuck Brock Lesnar. How many times do I got to say this shit, man? We don't give a fuck about Brock Lesnar in 2026. We don't. We all know he's here to collect a paycheck, and he doesn't care about nobody but Brock Lesnar. We all know this. Like, Brock Lesnar is not needed in 2026, so why are we giving him sympathy as fans when he doesn't give a fuck about none of us? He doesn't, man. Like, it's just a fact. It's just a fact. Like, we just got to stop that shit, bro. But yeah, on topic of the Royal Rumble, we had Javon Evans, Soruka, Obafemi, all those guys did great in the Rumble. Like, they killed it. Even Jordan Gray, she had a great showing before she got eliminated. Lash Legend, she had a great showing in the Rumble as well. WWE making their future stars look great. That's something you like to see. Hopefully we get more of that this year in the big 2026, you know what I'm saying? But more on Raw, we had Gunther come out. He was mocking AJ's entrance because of the asshole he is. And it was kind of basically rinse and repeat of what he did with John Cena when he retired Cena. And honestly, bro, I want them to do a little bit more because it was kind of lazy. I'm not going to cap. Like, hopefully they do a little bit more with Gunther moving on And instead of just him doing a rinse and repeat, coming out and just saying he did this to AJ Styles and he did that to John Cena, like, I want to see more of that. I want to see Gunther wrestle. I want him to have feuds with more people. And they did that in the right direction. They had Dragon Lee come out and he beat up Gunther. And then Gunther just basically at the end whooped his ass, put him in a sleeper, and it was wraps for my man Dragon Lee. Hopefully it leads to a match next week. Dragon Lee versus Gunther. Sign me up, please, sir. But yeah, man. Hopefully they do more with Gunther's character moving into WrestleMania. Me personally, I think Gunther versus Brock Lesnar is the move. Or I did see something about Gunther versus Randy Orton. That'll be a good choice. Because we all know Randy Orton, he's not retiring no time soon. But he would love to beat the shit out of Gunther out of respect for his comrades, AJ Styles and John Cena, that Gunther retired. Like, it's one of those things where Randy Orton's just like, look, bro, you out here tripping, out here talking crazy about two guys I have major respect for. So out of respect for them, I'm going to have to whoop your ass and show you how it's done, son. You know what I mean? That'll be a great little story heading into WrestleMania. So hopefully we get something out of that. And yeah, man, nothing too crazy happened on this Raw. We had Stephanie Valkyrie and Raquel had a women's title match in a Philly street fight. This match is pretty fucking good. I'm not going to lie. Like, as much as I don't really care for Raquel, she really killed it in this match. You know what I'm saying? We had weapons and stuff. And I think, honestly, Raquel, that's where she thrives, honestly, in the no DQ street fight matches, which is not a bad thing at all. It's not the knock on her or anything. Like, I think Raquel, like, she's improving. Like, I will say that she's improved. Like, from the past year and a half, she really has improved. And I think with Liv Morgan getting injured, that was like a blessing in disguise for Raquel because it opened opportunities for her, in my opinion. But yeah, it was a great match between Raquel and Stephanie. I low-key thought Raquel was going to win the title here. It was a couple moments during the match. I was like, oh shit, they might just pull this shit off. But at the end of the day, it was Stephanie. She retained the title from a little bit of interference states to Liv and Roxanne because they effed up everything. They wanted to help Raquel, but they failed miserably. Roxanne went through a table, and then Liv was trying to cause a distraction, and then she ate a punch or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, at the end of the day, Stephanie retained the title, and then she got ate with an oblivion at the end. And then Liv Morgan was holding the championship. So will Liv Morgan go after Stephanie? I think it's the best option, honestly, because I'm not interested in seeing Liv Morgan versus Jade Cargill. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in that. Stephanie versus Liv is the better match, and it's the better program for Liv Morgan heading into WrestleMania. And like I said before, I really don't think Liv versus Raquel is a WrestleMania match for me. If you're going to do that match, it doesn't need the title. Like Punk versus Drew McIntyre, it didn't need the title to be good. But moving along, we had the best segment of the night. We had the OTC Roman Reigns coming out. He was talking, and he was like, I got a big decision to make at WrestleMania. I'm heading into my 11th main event, and who should I choose, and this and that. And then CM Punk just came out here. He was like, look, bro, ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Finn Balor, you want to talk all crazy, saying I disrespect you this and I disrespect you that. Like, bro, I'm not a hard guy to find. So if you want these hands again, like, all you got to do is ask, bro. These hands are rated E for everyone. But Roman Reigns, you know how he is, bro. He was like, the audacity of you, bro. You out here talking about Finn Balor, a guy who hasn't won a world championship in over 10 years, bro. You're talking about Finn Balor, a guy I've beaten twice, both regular Finn and the Demon. And you out here talking about Finn Balor? Well, I'm out here trying to decide who I'm going to fight at WrestleMania between you and a guy I've beaten 4 times. 4-0. So, like, what are we doing? But, yeah. So, yeah, these two had a great segment, man. But, yeah, these two, they had an excellent segment. You had CM Punk talking his shit. He was like, you should be thanking me. Like, you are following my footsteps. Like, I'm the one that had the long championship reign with Paul Heyman on my side. Like, does any of that sound familiar to you, Roman? Like, I had Paul Heyman on my side with the long championship reign, and he also said this. I love this part. He said, just because you had the longer title reign doesn't mean it was better than mine. Like, CM Punk was talking mad shit, and I loved it, bro. And, yeah, CM Punk was like, are you going to choose me or you're... Said, no. I'm sorry. He said, are you going to choose Drew McIntyre or you're going to choose the guy that's been holding it down ever since you went part-time, since this title's been created? And I've been holding down this championship on Monday nights on my show. And then Roman Reigns, we all know how Roman Reigns get, bro. When you disrespect him, it's basically like, bro, you gotta call the hotline that night, bro. Cause like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you're in danger. Like, cause man be talking crazy. And Roman Reigns, he was like, bro, like, I followed your footsteps. He said, let's not forget, bro, who did WWE call for you to come back and to give the okay to? They called me. They didn't call Triple H. They didn't call no Vince McMahon. They called me, bro. Like, so you talking crazy out here, bro. We gonna have to stop that shit right now, gang. Like, Roman, he was just talking mad shit. And one thing I did love about this promo, Roman Reigns brought up, he was like, I'll never forget, like, you was on your little podcast with Colt Cabana talking shit about me and talking about my situation that I had that shouldn't have been my business or whatever Roman said. But yeah, I love that part because CM Punk did mention on this podcast with Colt Cabana 10 years ago, was like, we got to make Roman look strong and this and that and the third. And he was like, okay, whatever. And I kind of think Roman took that as disrespect. And yeah, knowing Roman Reigns, bro, he wasn't having it. He was like, look, bro, like, you talking all this shit, but you forgot who I am, bro. I'm the tribal chief. I've been holding it down ever since you've been gone. You took your little vacation, and I'm going to let you know at WrestleMania, I'm not picking you because you're the better opponent and you're on the better show with the title and whatever. He said, I'm picking you because I hate your ass. Like, this segment was fucking golden, bro. I loved it. But yeah, he said, and WrestleMania gonna be the best day of my life because on WrestleMania, bro, while you looking up at the lights, when I got your title, you gonna have to acknowledge me, bro. This segment was fucking amazing. I loved it. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Yes, sir! I can't wait to see this fucking match, bro. I had to do that because that's how excited I am for this fucking match. That's how you build a main event for WrestleMania, bro. That's how you fucking do it, gang. And I can't wait for the weeks of build we get to see of these two, even though CM Punk's going to carry most of it because Roman's not going to be there every fucking week. But anyway, that's not the point. This match is going to cook, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see how the rest of the WrestleMania card folds in the next couple weeks or so. And yeah, Raw wasn't nothing too crazy. It was a solid show, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too trash or nothing like that. We got NXT tonight. We're going to crown a new NXT champion. I think they might give it back to my boy, Ricky Saints. He becomes a two-time champion. Or they might take a risk and put it on Joe Hendry or somebody. Who knows? But I think they might just give it back to my guy, Ricky Saints. He has a heel run with the title. And that should be pretty darn interesting if you ask me, man. But yeah, that's all I got for this video, man. I plan on dropping more pretty soon. We got big things coming. I plan on getting a whip soon. And hopefully I can drop more videos consistently. But yeah, man, that's all I got for this video. I'm out. Deuces.